What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 20th of May today. We have about 23 hours and 14 minutes left in the day here. Down 0.3% on the day. Yesterday, we closed 6% to the downside. This day, the RSI does look really good, I think. Obviously, it's postured down. At the moment, it kind of looks bad, I suppose, right? Lower lows and lower highs, it's not a fun thing to do. But with these lower lows in the RSI, you have symmetrical lows here in the price. That's a form of hidden bullish divergence and actually gets you set up for a move to the upside, not to the downside. So that's nice. I believe we're in this box, this kind of horizontal channel right now, this little consolidation phase like this. We're at the base of it. We're going to move up, and I believe that we're going to break out to the upside here, going to the next level, which at a minimum I would think would be somewhere around 28 cents, 29 cents. If not, most likely we would pursue higher prices around like 36 cents, maybe to 46 cents, 50 cents, something like that up here in this kind of area. That's what I'd be expecting we do at the end of this next move, and it kind of looks symmetrical to what we did before. I am expecting this next phase up for Cookie to be more robust than this last move, meaning I think it'll be faster. I think it'll be a faster move, right? This was fun, but this is going to be a little bit faster is my expectation here. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here for Cookie, getting it set up. Let's see. The 1 hour RSI looks pretty neutral. I suppose it's more bullish than bearish, but pretty neutral, and the price action is pretty neutral too. I'm not getting a whole lot off of this. 15-minute time frame. 15-minute looks bullish. Should make me think that you're continuing higher, so I think that you will. 1 hour, I guess, neutral with a bullish tilt will move up higher. So if that's the case, this 4 hour is looking pretty good. Bouncing off the 40, getting some continuation, right, by the way of the hour and the 15 minutes, suggesting that we're going to continue. I would think that we do continue. Bouncing off the 40 is a good thing. Now we need to get above the 60. If we can get above the 60, that's great because we've effectively broken out of our downtrend, and now we're reaching for the overbought zone, doing some productive things like we did back here. When we were doing productive things back there, well, the price was moving up, right? So we want to shift gears from living under the 50 for your RSI to living over the 50 on your RSI, and I think we might be getting set up to do that here over the coming days. Today, the 20th, might not be the day that we break out of this range, but it could get us set up for breaking out of it tomorrow, the 21st or the 22nd. I would expect that Wednesday or Thursday is the day or the days that we do break out of this range and start pursuing higher prices, right? By the end of this week, we should be on our way to 30 cents and beyond. That's my expectation. We might not be there by the end of this week. We might be. This thing's going to move fast whenever it does move, but it might be sometime next week that we're at those prices. But I am expecting we see some life this week going into the weekend here. Yeah, the 4 hour looks good. Daily time frame has me optimistic. We're in an area where I'd expect you to bounce. The RSI looks ready to bounce as well. I'm not worried about it. I think we're moving up. 3 day time frame, bullish, very bullish actually. Looks very, very bullish. Weekly time frame, also bullish, but not a whole lot to go off of. It's kind of new. Just bouncing off the 40, getting above the 50. Let's get this week to close green. Last week closed red. If we can close this week green, that'd be nice. That's really all I have to say. From the all-time high to the low that we had on April 7th there, high to low, the expectation would be that we go to $1.65 to $3.90. Anything and everything in between is possible. We really could only see a 10 to 11x from here for Cookie, but I'm anticipating that we see something around 250 or higher, which would imply a 16.5x from the current price, if not more, by the end of June, if not early July. The expectations past that, we don't talk about them enough, are much, much higher. Cookie DAO, you guys, $78.5 million market cap. I think this thing has a lot of potential. It could see a multi-100x by the end of this cycle, and I think it will. Multi-100x, 100x here from a 15 cent price would be what? That's $15, 100x, right? Because a 10x is $1.50. So 100x would be here. It wouldn't make sense to get 100x. It'd actually make much more sense to see something on the lines of about like 150x, 100 and, what would that be? 130x. More than it would to be at 100x. Seeing prices at $20 by the end of this cycle, I think, is something that is going to happen. I'm very, very much convinced that Cookie DAO will hit $20 by the end of the cycle, if not higher. If we were to go higher, and we can go higher, we could see as much, I think, let's see, with its current given market cap. Let me just think here real quick. Oh, I guess you could. I mean, you could see some crazy growth, man. You could see some crazy growth. I would say you could see a 500x at the most. That would give you something on the lines like a 35, maybe a $40 billion market cap by the end of this cycle, which would be very, very large. And depending on how active the AI narrative is, I think that'll influence how much momentum is behind Cookie and how much growth is in it as well. But I do think, you know, something. I don't think $90 to $100 is possible, but you're really pushing the envelope there, right? That's the if you were to do the best that you possibly could do by the end of the cycle, I could see it hitting that area. Most likely, I think Cookie sees something between $20 and $46. Okay, something between what would be about a 130 to a 300x by the end of the cycle. That's the expectation. It all starts here. $15.20 now. It'll be worth tens of dollars, if not even close to $100 by the end of the cycle. The absolute ass bare minimum I could see this thing doing would be a 46x, if not something on the lines like a 65x. But I don't think that we stop anywhere below $20, you guys, personally. But time will tell. I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yes, we're at $15.20 by the end of the cycle, which is by the end of this year, 2025. $15.20 could be worth over $20, and I'm not kidding. That's my personal expectation, and that's why Cookie is one of my largest bags at the moment. Why I've slowly added more and more to it ever since we first dipped our toes at 23 cents, bought more really heavy at 8 cents, and then we've actually just kind of let that ride since. I might need to buy more. After hearing myself talk, after these wild expectations that I have, I might have to buy some more, man, honestly. So I'll let you guys know when I make my next purchase on here. I'll also let you know on X. Okay, you can go to my profile at Chris Harris 85, and I'll let you guys know anytime I make a purchase, anytime I make a sell. Yeah, I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Bye-bye.